Hello, everybody. Here we are on another edition of Join the Discussion. And today we're talking with Camp Colorado. A couple of Anons that the Maine chapter Anonymous linked up with in Flint, Michigan. These guys are beasts. They made the longest drive in the same span that I think everybody else did. It was well, how long was your guys' drive?
About 2, 3 days.
We took the
Yeah, so
long
you guys
way.
started
We
before we
drive a
did.
straight line. We like to take the scenic route.
Nah, I hear this. So hey, that's a commitment in itself, man. To go 3 days to deliver water to people, that's an amazing thing. So you guys are not only activists in that way, but you guys have created your own community here in the United States of America, and you guys are living it. You guys are doing, you're walking the walk, you're doing the do. You're not just talking
And
and
that's what
saying. So
we do, because you can sit at home and have all these ideas, but you got to do it. You can preach all you want. You got to live the way you preach. So that's why we're out here. And
no, for sure. I love it. Introduce you guys. Introduce yourselves, because you guys are two of the coolest people that I met in Flint.
I'm Danny Hamilton. I'm down from Louisiana. I'm from down south and just living up in the mountain for now.
Mike Woodkey from everywhere.
He's from the internet.
Don't worry, I'm from the internet.
He's just from the internet. But yeah, me, Mike, and a few other people, we teamed up and found this place out here in Colorado. We're about an hour west from downtown Denver. We came out here working with hemp. We growing CBD. We have a fields. We have 4 farms out right now growing these clones that we created in the greenhouse. And it's going for healing people. It's medical use. And it's awesome. Just like Flint, you're going to help people. Now we found a way to do a job where we can help people. And we're best way to live on side of a mountain. Off grid. We're still learning. We have solar panels. We got lights. So now we got showers and toilets and foods. And we only been here 3 months. And we have 8 people here now. We have guests here, for the weekend. But it's beautiful. Wake up and look at that every day.
No, for real, it's an amazing view. I follow you guys on Facebook. Obviously, we're a big network here in America, with us being the main chapter. We the main chapter. We want to fly out and be a part of that. We watched Tom come out there and his journey, and we watched definitely what you guys have done. So it's something that's on the bucket list as far as an activist goes.
Colorado's, new frontier, with the weed legal and everything. It's nice riding around with a joint. You're not going to go to jail, for life just for having a joint on you. So
You can leave it out in your
it's
car.
opportunity out here. There's money to be made. It's just this is the first camp. We're going to go and start another camp, and just where people can come and leave society and be able to survive. And that's what our main now is trying to figure out a way to make money on the mountain, so we don't have to drive to the farms and greenhouses, so we can make money here, so we don't have to leave. And it just, our energy's the sun. We don't have no generators.
It's hard for people to get that mentality though, because you're down the city. You're like, I want to go protest, but we're fucking the system more here, than going out and protesting. You're taken away from, city life.
It's just because the main thing is your dollar. You still going to McDonald's, still going to do these things. You're playing to their system. The object to leave that system, to fight the system, the best way is not to use that system. So that's what best way to, with our dollar. We're voting with our dollar. We're making our own stuff. We're trying to grow our own food, and trying to hook up with other communities that are growing food that we can't here, and we can trade with other products, and that's, trying to build a network, of different communities.
Trading. They're using money.
Barter.
When you have a good trade, everybody goes home happy. If you trade fiat currency for something, I don't know,
but we got products here that we can trade to other people with something they make, and that's beating the system. Don't use the system. But
Nah, for real, it's a beautiful thing you guys are doing out there, and it's prime example of what you can do if you unite and know what you're doing. Because you guys didn't go into this blind. How long did it take you guys to really sit down and formulate this concept? What you guys have going on?
this has been growing for years, since the first Anonymous March. Networks, connections was created from here to there. I didn't know Mike 3-4 months ago, but he's my brother. We here. There was no plan. We're there. Op wing it. You just figure it out when you get there.
Same thing with the solar power. Now we have showers, bathrooms. I mean, we slept on the ground when we first came here. 3 of us.
And just as a community, we're growing. We're helping each other. We're working. And we're growing. We have a few other people supposed to be here this week. New members that's going to come stay here on the mountain. We have 30 acres here, so we got plenty of
room.
Plenty of room. Not a lot of flat room, but we got room.
You just got to make it flat.
But there's work, and that's the thing is, into something you got to put work into it, and that's what we're doing.
It's a beautiful thing. And it really is.
We're not getting help from any other places or nothing. Just us. If other people with knowledge of solar panels that can run our solar better or help us with our water system, we need people with them type of different knowledges to come give us a hand, because there's a more efficient way of doing anything, and we're
absolutely
moving as we go.
So one thing that brings to mind is because I've seen you guys' cave night, movie night. You know what I mean? You guys are definitely using the natural structures around you. Yeah, but what do you have for housing and stuff?
Movie night tonight, we're watching Deadpool 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just using what you have, that's what you do. That's how, stop disposable stuff, just buying junk that just breaks and you buy new stuff. That's how the market, that's how they stay in power.
Most of our stuff is free from either Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist.
We get everything for you. We got couches and beds, we living comfortable up here.
Glamping.
And just we're not buying new stuff. We're getting free stuff off Craigslist.
That's a beautiful thing, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the comfortability. And if your quality of life isn't impacted in any way, then by God, man, what is stopping you from breaking free from the system? It's truly a beautiful thing.
Trying to show people that it can do. It's easy. We've done it, not with a whole lot, and it's people can come here and learn that you don't need that system to live, so
come here, learn how to grow hemp, CBD. I mean, CBD is pretty much every state is legal, but they frown upon it because it looks like weed.
Absolutely.
But it's healing, fuck you, fuck your laws. I'm trying to help some little kid.
People are straying away from pills and going for CBD or even THC in some severe cases.
No, absolutely. The medical marijuana aspect of the whole thing is really astonishing. We know how medically beneficial it is, but yet at the same time, the last 2 classification rescheduling votes, it's still been classified as a Schedule 1, you know what I mean, which is no medical benefit at all. So it's really baffling.
It's the hysteria of, weed. Even my grandma thinks it's cool, everybody, it's not as bad as people thought. It's just politicians playing politics,
They got to make their money before we can.
It's just, doctors union got to make their money, where to prescribe it. But, president one day, weed's legal, that's all it takes.
No, definitely. So explain because Colorado was one of the first states to legalize it recreationally, correct?
It was the first, first.
Yeah, right. Right. That's what I thought. I didn't want to put California ahead of anybody, but I thought you guys were number one.
A lot longer,
Washington State,
right?
Yeah, but but it's with the THC world, it's gonna be legal everywhere, and the price is gonna go down. So it's you want a quality, you want to know where that weed's coming from, not just some. You want to have choices. No,
right, and that's what I was getting at. Explain the economy of the whole legalization, because obviously you guys know what it was like before, and now being leaders in the recreational and the medical side of it, like explain that evolution of ideology out there in Colorado.
I got
Evolution.
well, it's benefiting them, because they're making tax dollars off of it, but it's helping the people in the state. They're able to medicate their own selves without going to ask a doctor, hey, can I get something to help this headache, or so it's helping the community. You can tell Colorado's money. There's a bunch of money out here.
And doctors come in to see the medical properties of the CBD that growing and whatnot. I mean, but it's not just like maybe it's going to help you. No, each plant.
But Colorado, we just went to a nonprofit, cannabis nonprofit group meeting, and it's just how educated they want to make sure it's a community, it's a cannabis community where give you knowledge, so it's not like, oh, go smoke weed. No, learn and understand the plant. The plant has so many beneficials. There's so many different types with different pains. It's not just weed. It's a whole new game. It's such a healer, so there's so many opportunities with it.
Schedule 1 drug, same as coke or crack or anything else, but the government can use it, but they have to keep it as Schedule 1 so they can make their money, and then they can drop it down, and then it'll be, nationwide.
Well,
No, definitely.
It's going to take time. It's just other people are seeing the benefits from Colorado, California, all these, the tax dollars. And the states is going to start legalizing it. Just like how more states are going to keep doing it just because it's beneficial for the politicians and the people.
No, for sure. Now, with all your guys' production, like, do you just do medical-based hemp production, or do you do like clothing or any type of manufacturing where you send off bulks of hemp to be produced into anything else?
We're not into that, but they have some people out here. A lot of people tried it and fell through with the industrial hemp because it's getting so cheap from China and other places that farmers can't grow it here to compete with China prices. So that's where with this, it's industrial hemp, the CBD plants, but that's why we're still under that where we're able to grow them. I'm a convicted felon. I can't be around, THC plants, but with the hemp, it's not, considered in Colorado, a marijuana plant. It's industrial.
Right. That's very interesting because over here in Maine, I'm not 100% sure what it is. I know felons can get medical marijuana cards, and I'm not sure about them being caregivers is what I'm not sure about. So that's interesting that felons, could you get a medical marijuana card out there, or is it just being a caregiver and growing?
Like a TWIC card or something like that, you have to be approved. You have to go get approved to get this card to work in the THC industry.
Right.
So you got to get a special permit, from the government to work in the THC.
That's another thing, though. If somebody gets a medical card up there and you're allowed to grow up to, say, depending on your disease, 75 to 100 plants, and you want to set up a greenhouse, we have a small crew that'll come up and help you set up that greenhouse. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people around that want to start it, don't know what to do. We come there, set it up, the whole 9 yards, and then good to go.
Just help people grow their own house.
Hey, we just brought Hart. Turn the volume down.
Oh, whoopsies.
Yeah, he's bleeding through.
Right. It's so great to see Camp Colorado again. The people from Camp Colorado.
Starting to get dark.
What's going on, bro?
Nothing much. I just every day I keep thinking about the Flint trip. I can't believe in a week it's going to be 3 months since we all met.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin.
It's amazing. These flags I got behind me are all from Colorado.
Oh wow!
They were like, here, take these.
Yeah,
amazing guys. So, David and Mike, I want you guys to continue to explain That's a bad.
Yeah, it's echoing.
That's
Bad.
Somebody's got
You got headphones on?
Let me get mine.
We got another guy, Tony, coming on.
Oh, right. Yeah, I wanted him to come on, but I think Tony and I should do our own show. Hold on. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd love to have them two come on, but right now I want you to continue to explain what it is that the impact that you guys are having on the community, how the medical marijuana is changing, A, the economics and how you guys get the money to do what you're doing, and B, how it's changing the people's lives, the citizens.
Well, we just community. We only work with our community. We ain't been really into Colorado in Denver or thing. We never ever really go to Denver or
hanging out here.
we up here, but just you know, you can look up just the benefits of CBD with these kids with, you know, seizures and everything, how it's changing these kids' lives. And that is just, that changes the community. That changes, you know, you're saving people's lives with this stuff.
Alzheimer's patients remember their kids again. THC, well, high dosages THC, but they still remember. That's amazing.
But
that is amazing.
But it's a Schedule 1 drug.
But right now we're teamed up with another grower, helping them with their greenhouses and farms, and that's how we're getting money now to do what we're doing. You know, we're not making much, but we're learning tons. You know, we were learning more knowledge worth than anything. You know.
Nah, knowledge is way more than any money could hold its value. So
here with people that's been growing plants that have knowledge and understand, because like hemp, cannabis is the oldest cultivated plant. You know, it's been around forever, and it's so beneficial to humans. You know, not till 100 years ago, cannabis was in everything, paper, food. You know, the hemp seeds they fed to cows. It was the cannabis, the cannabinoids was getting into our bodies. You know, so by them making it legal has changed our systems. So, and that's the cannabinoid systems in our bodies, and the CBDs and the THC, they both work together. It's not just CBD, you know, but some people just don't want this, but they work together. That's what they end up playing together for a reason. And that's what is the healing.
no, for sure. See, I think the marijuana plant is one of the most interesting plants to me, in the fact that if you have too much THC or you ingest too much THC, however you do it, there is a counterbalance to that in the plant itself, and that's CBD. Now, I don't know if that's why sometimes you smoke yourself straight, but it's one of the only things out there that has its own antidote inside itself.
Well, a lot of plants people smoke, they just want to get high. It's high THC, and they already bred the CBD out of them. You know, so a lot of these California strains, all these 30% THCs and all that, they don't have no more CBDs. They bred it out, and that's what the plants we did is bred up the CBD and down the THC. You know, and that's the beneficial to the body. You know, it's just the cannabinoid that, you know, it starts reacting into your body. It's not just smoking once. You got to keep it intaking it for it to get into your system and do what it's supposed to do.
No, for sure. It stays in your system for a long time, and it takes its time to do its magic. It's a magical plant, man. It really is. From the rubs to the oils, it's an amazing thing. Another thing I want to know about that you talk about is the overall your overall networking community. You know what I mean? Like how far are you able to reach with what you're doing versus, you know, how much help do you get? Do you get a lot of help, or are you touching a lot of people? Because only one matters, but it's just how big it is.
Some people show up, but the community, we work together pretty good, you know, but no, we need more people to come help us. You know, we need people with different types of knowledge, doing different things, you know, and that's how a community works. Someone has more knowledge on other subjects than the other, and that's, you know, it's just, and with money, what yeah, we need help with money, but don't like asking for money, but
trying to do it ourselves started, and then more people come. They'll work, like work either here or some other place. But most of the time, right about here.
We're just trying to learn how to make some money on the mountain so we don't have to leave, and where we still, because different products, you can grow different things. There's other medicines, magic mushrooms, that's a medicine too. So
Nah, for real. Now the thing that raises is what kind of seasonal things would you be doing once the snow hits the mountain? Because we all know, especially up here in Maine, things don't grow in the winter.
I'm going back south for the winter. I'm going back south for the winter. But
I mean, some people stay here, some people won't. I mean, but it's not like a seasonal. It's not like a vacation. We come here and try to get this place going. You know what I mean?
Get up and going. But yeah, I won't be seasonal. I'm trying to go to California next year to learn the way they grow and learn their dispensaries, how different system. It's a whole different world over there in California compared to Colorado.
Right. Start another community there. Same type of thing here. We just need help. We need people to come down here and who want to stay and want to learn. Help.
Yeah, it's the first little live stream, any kind of video we done out here to at least try to people understand what's going on. Yeah, they see pictures and this and that, but they don't. But they, we need to show more about what we got going on, just different things. Well, they can. If someone has some old solar panels laying around the house they don't use, they can send it to us, or old windmill or something. Something to donate, because that's what we try and just reuse stuff. We're not trying to buy new stuff. We're trying to reuse things. Everything we've got already has been reused. It's second purpose out of things. Not going to Home Depot and spending a bunch of money on fixing stuff, doing it. So we're trying to juggle it.
No, it's a beautiful concept. It's a beautiful ideology, which is why getting to know you in Flint and then following you and how much work you've done and all the people you've had. And I know you guys haven't done a podcast specifically, but I've seen a podcast that I don't know if it was Tom did personally, but somebody that Tom was hanging out with out there did a podcast from one of the shelters that they were staying in. So I got to get a glimpse, and it was really, really awesome. So I just wanted to give you guys the ability to talk about it, because I definitely want to come out there, and I'd love to do this again with you, sitting out there with you in person.
Heck yeah,
that'd be a little bit.
It's beautiful out here, because like the pictures really don't do it justice.
No.
They don't do it justice with really out here. But it's just, we always love helping people in Flint, and down for Tinkerell's, a nonprofit we work with. We do that, fix bikes and toys. We do that for Christmas down south. So we always try and help somebody somewhere. But just like with this plan, just here, helping people.
Grow up here, make toys down there in the winter.
We're gonna work it out. We're gonna figure it out. You gotta wing it. Wing it.
Nah, it's beautiful what you guys have done and what you've been able to do just with the wing it that you have done. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to listen to you guys talk about all the hemp and the oil that you did back in Flint, and now to see things coming to fruition. All your pictures and all that stuff is coming to harvest. So it's a beautiful thing, man. You guys are really making waves, and I can't talk good enough about it.
Yeah. Someday you'll see an off-grid in Flint.
Yeah, that's what, buy a house in Flint. Network and travel around. There. That's what we got down there in New Orleans. Got a house down there. If people ever come down there, just trying to build a network and just.
South Camp, Colorado, soon to be Camp California, maybe next year.
Because that's what we all old protesters, and it's just not worth protesting. When you protesting, you just playing a pawn in their game. That's what they want. Yeah, that's what they want.
Please.
The best way to, to fight the system is to break away from it. That hurts them more.
Can't bitch
hurts
about
them
a
more than
system that you
anything.
live
Yes,
in.
you can't
you
bitch
know?
about a system that you depend on to live. So here we are, trying to build something new.
No, for sure. I think one of the coolest things, aside from all the things that you do, humanitarian and all the anon stuff that you do, I think one of the coolest things that Mike does is the memes. Some of the
Yeah.
memes that you've got, dude.
Love the memes. Yeah.
Oh man, you couldn't pay to give up the rights for some of those. Some of those are just priceless, man.
Got a water stamp with a little wolf, and
Yeah, those are that day memes. Those pictures he took that day and made. Those are fresh memes every day.
I'm telling you, he's a master with them.
Yep.
brand new pics of the place. Well, I've been doing them a while now. 2000. I'm getting old.
But
Not old enough yet. Though.
we got more people coming. We try to stay.
Should be up to about 10
by
the end of this month, I think.
People want to come and stay for a while. Help the community. Have anarchy beliefs. Don't threaten to call the cops or anything like that.
No cop callers.
Yeah. But there's no leaders here. Everybody leads themselves. It's a community. We want this community to grow. And when we leave, we want this community to still be here operating. It just as this community will grow on its own. We don't have to be here for this community to grow. It's just trying to get it started, kick started, for other people can come, and live off the system.
So you want to build like a little tiny house. You want some room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to make a little garden and come help out with solar or wind or, it's 30 acres and there's 10 people. I mean,
So that was a question that I had earlier. You said it's 30 acres. Now, does that mean a group of people could come out there, chop down a bunch of trees, build a bunch of log homes, and set people up?
Log homes and stuff, you gotta start asking for permission. You gotta get permits and things.
Well, what if you just cut down trees and build a structure out of the trees? I mean, what if we're not putting in plumbing and all that stuff?
You gotta stay small, because anything big like that, then you gotta get permission. Then they're gonna come find and feed you for the fun.
Nah, I feel you there.
So long as we're not asking permission for it, because my belief of off-grid means you're not tied to that power line. As long as you're not tied to that,
right.
They don't, because that's the only control they have. They cut your power off. Okay, cool. We still good.
Yeah.
And that's why I was asking what kind of structures you had, because me being the anon that I am, I'd have an off-grid mansion. Not really mansion, you know what I mean? But I'd have a nice 20 by 20 log slab, you know what I mean? Sitting on logs, built around logs.
Yeah, that kind of raises flags.
It starts raising flags, because there's mountains, but they got houses, $1 million houses over there, But if they start seeing all this stuff over there, they'll call and complain. As long as we stay small and decrease, we got a bunch of gold mines that you can build in, and you can build underground. They got all these gold mines around here. They all networking, connected to each other. There's like a whole network underground.
That would be awesome. Some of the most interesting civilizations I've ever come across have been the ones that have lived in caves and have lived on the side of mountains in the caves and stuff. So,
but if you 10 by 10, that's all you need, the bed, because you have the community area where showers, water. You don't need that in your house. All you really need in your area is a little bed, a little couch or something. So you don't need much.
Outhouse,
we're not,
No, I feel you there.
But if you still want to watch TV and you still part, in the system, like being out here, we don't.
Yeah, watching TV and being all of that isn't what you're out there for. You're out there to connect with nature. So, no, you're absolutely right. You need a small structure, maybe even a lean-to.
We're not a part of the system, so it doesn't make us angry every day. We're not looking at the news,
being frustrated.
Relax.
We're good. We live in our lives,
No, right. So detail a little bit of the I wouldn't say order, but maybe the ethics of how you guys conduct yourselves.
Just catch your cut. Fuck. You just do your part, I'll do my part. That's if it's it's a learning thing. There's no rules, there's no rule boards up, but you
It's just basic.
If you shit, you take care of your shit. Ain't nobody cleaning your shit around here. So it's just basic, you know, common knowledge.
Common sense. I mean,
if he's over there struggling with something, I'm gonna go over there and give him a fucking hand. It's just, you know, common sense.
Don't go into other people's tents, you know, without, you know, just because other people's tents or structures, I mean, that's their own personal space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you start invading that, but you know, that hasn't happened really too much at all. And people announce themselves or whatever, but it's all open.
We build and we learning, you know, this is a learning experience to set something for, you know, for the next people, or because there is no leaders here. There's no one in charge.
Whatever we have stays here.
We have community meetings, you know, we try to do it every Sunday and eat. We all sit down together, eat, and we just open table. Everybody talk about what's going on, what, you know, things like that. And we're learning from each other. You know, none of us done this before. We're still learning.
Just out in the open. Nobody's talking behind other people's backs. It's just all out in the open. And that's the best way to do it. You know, got all that little gossip thing going on. It's
just, you know, we're trying to help each other. Just, you know, live an easy life.
That's awesome.
Rest of our crew upstairs, food.
Yeah, chili's getting cold.
Yeah.
The movie night started.
Yeah, we got more.
One last thing. I won't keep you guys too long. Just explain an average day. Let somebody understand what a normal day of living in the community is like.
Depends on the day. I mean, today we built a little sidewalk that goes up, but today some days we just chill.
We work on a walkway because it's levels. We got different levels where everybody's at. You see behind us, it's kind of a valley, and you've got different levels. So we've been working on a little walkway, then flatten a little spot so someone can set up a tent there.
I mean, it's stuck. You know, it goes straight up.
You know, it's not flat land around here.
No.
It's not much flat. You know, so we're on the side of a mountain.
Like straight up from us is another camp, and straight to the right's up over at my camp, and then we're at the community center right now. I mean, it's straight up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but we're making
awesome.
Backs and making pass and
What's the peak elevation out there?
Right here where we're at like 8,500, I think, and at the top it's 9,000. And
God damn!
Evan over there is 14,000 feet, one of the highest mountains.
You know what the weirdest thing is? I don't know if you can see it, but there's a V on the back of that mountain. There's
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big V back there. And one of the mining companies here was the A9 Mining and Transport in 1860 that worked here.
Yeah, Anon.
Wow.
One of the properties is called A9.
Oh, that's crazy.
Just, you know.
But basic day, I mean, even like that, like today we just did that, but some days we just chill, you know, and other days, it just depends. You know, if there's something to do, we're going to go do it.
We got plants to tend to, you know, there's things to go
there's
around.
A lot to do. Trying to make level ground where there's not level ground at times, you know. But it's getting there.
It's just work. We've been putting work in. As a rake, shovel, pitchfork, and, you know, we've been trying to do flat land here and there, just working just the greenhouse. We got to put some plastic because it's going to start getting cold out here soon, so we got to keep plants warm. So there's always go and get wood, and if anybody plans on staying winter, I don't, but we need to start splitting wood and prepping, you know, because it's not no joke out here.
You need a lot of wood. It gets cold at night still. During the summer, it goes down like 47.
Yeah, it gets in the high 40s tonight. Like
tonight, it'll be about 40. During the day, though, it's hot.
But it's dry. It's hard to breathe for me out here.
It's
you know,
like,
just being this high up in elevation.
It's not like that in Maine. Like Maine, you get all juicy, you know.
You get used to it, but not really.
It's so humid out here.
Yeah, but I love the humidity. I love the humidity.
It's a good change, though. Like you come up here, I mean, you'll see you dry out quick. But I mean, if you have asthma problems or anything like that, I mean, arthritis. You know, she got arthritis. She came up here and she don't really have it that much anymore. You know?
Oh man, I got bad arthritis in my hands.
You probably won't even feel that. Come up here smoking CBD.
It's just a high, different pressure, you know, different things going on. We're way up higher, you know.
But yeah, we got chili and we got movie night pretty soon. So
no, listen, I appreciate everything you guys have done. When I first hit you up a couple of months ago about this, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to do this. So it is it is an honor to have Camp Colorado on, to have you on with us. The one thing I want to let you guys do is get all your contact or all your platforms out there so that anybody can reach you and find out how to help donate with whatever resources you might need or time. And being able to come out there and volunteer knowledge or whatever people can help. So just give out everything that you've got. How do we get a hold of you?
Camp Colorado on Facebook.
That's the main thing. I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
We are who we are. Come find us.
Yeah.
Nah, that's perfect. That's beautiful.
That's why we ain't really talk, because people want to come. You gotta want to come, not just it's gonna hang out here for the weekend, vacation. No, you want to come out here and help. Help this thing grow. It's an idea. It's just growing. It changes. There's no rules and regulations. It's gonna change as it goes.
When one system falls, we already have another one in place.
Nah, it's a beautiful thing you guys got going on out there. I wanna thank you again. I greatly appreciate you guys coming on. Like I said, me, Chad, and the rest of the group, Matt, and all of us, we plan on coming out there. I want to make it a week, man. You guys, it's so compelling. I might stay for a month, but
come before it gets cold.
Yeah, come before it gets cold.
Hey, I'm a Maine boy. The snow don't bother me none. I'm a big guy with a beard.
But yeah, it'd be awesome to have y'all out here. Just to share y'all's knowledge, where y'all might help us come here and boom, or just that's the thing with community. The more people come together, bigger projects.
No, for sure. I know that I'm gonna go out there and learn a ton from you guys. So just to be able to go out there and experience that'll be dope too. I mean, it's gonna be a beautiful thing all the way around.
All right,
but
it was good talking.
Thank you guys. Yeah, and hopefully we get to do this again from live in Colorado.
Fuck yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
You too.